All right. How's it going, everybody? I didn't set up, just punched the button. Now we can get on with it. Let's go ahead, New Living at first. And he said to the disciples, anyone who accepts your message is also accepting me, and anyone, this is pretty easy to read here, so let's just think we get all this. And he that heareth you heareth me, and he that despiseth you despiseth me. And that's our whole process, our whole journey, as Mystery Babylon uses those words process and journey a lot, because it's all really a parallel of the sheep's world. Everything they do is a copycat of our world. But that is what we do. We tell the truth, and we're to be hated for it. And that's our job, to be hated for it. He that heareth you heareth me. So when we tell the truth, who's the truth? Jesus is the truth. And he that despiseth you despiseth me. So let's go now to John 15. The world hated me before it hated you, but I have chosen, it's no free will, I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. So this is a direct connection to that. And he that despiseth me despiseth him that sent me. Of course, that means God. And of course, Jesus, at that time in human form, was God in the flesh. And the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And we remember when Lady Gaga did the whole falling from heaven routine. Satan fell like lightning. If I just go to, watch this. Lady Gaga, Super Bowl, Satan fell like lightning. Lady Gaga, Super Bowl, Satan fell like lightning. That time it took it. So, doesn't even show it. So when there's the full, so there's the full Super Bowl. So she's, or I say she's, I'm assuming, standing up there. The knees look like a girl's, so, but they could puff that up. I don't know. You just never know with this stuff. So she's going, and if I'm not mistaken, she had the lightning bolts on her face. And then she's going to leap and fall. I think a lightning bolt was on one cheek. And so you see, I want to see the other cheek. And now, about to make that leap. Nope, no lightning bolt on the other cheek. So she's about to do, there it goes. So if I can take this and then speed it up. And then that was your Satan falling like lightning to the earth. Yeah, very satanic rituals at the Super Bowl. We all know the NFL is fake. And yeah, very interesting. So where were we at here? Did I slide too? Let me see. Yeah, Satan fell like lightning. I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give you the power to tread on serpents and scorpions Scorpions in this particular case were false teachers. And it's a term used in the Middle East, which is why it was here in the Bible, because it was written into Greek and said in the Middle East by Jesus. That a scorpion was somebody that talked out of both sides of their mouth. It's kind of like, hey, don't listen to them. That person's a snake, Or are they really a snake? No. So when he talks about tread on serpents and scorpions, that's what he's talking about. And over all power of the enemy, and nothing shall be by any means hurt you. Well, the apostles were, of course, put to death, and Jesus himself was put to death. And most of the sheep for the truth will be put to death simply because of them telling the truth. With that said, so that's not what that's talking about. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. Yeah. In other words, don't be so excited that you can cast out, spirits out of humans. Be thankful, be joyous that you're a sheep. In that hour, Jesus rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent. Well, that's Mystery Babylon through every goat. They can't see the truth. They cannot see it. They cannot feel it. They are not of it. They will never be of it. They have a reprobate mind. Lost sheep will act as goats until the time of their calling. 99.99999% of the church today is lost. That's why they're all celebrating some other world religion out there. Far Eastern, Middle Eastern, Eastern, fake Christianity. The one from Rome, which sort of pretends like it's of Christ also. LOL. It's of Mary. That's painfully obvious. It's all about Queen of Heaven, the Mother Goddess. That's why they bring you the Christmas tree. And you're like, well, that's in all the churches. And so is free will. That's right. All of your churches today are of pagan Rome. In that hour, Jesus rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. All things are delivered to me of my Father, and no man knoweth who the Son is but the Father, and who the Father is but the Son, and he to whom the Son will reveal him. And he turned unto his disciples and said privately, Blessed are the eyes which see the things that ye see. For I tell you that many prophets and kings have desired to see those things which ye see, which is God in the flesh of the Messiah, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. And I would say to y'all today, all of the biblical characters, New Testament especially, all knew about the times we're living in right now, the times of the Antichrist. Now, he's not the Antichrist until he returns from a deadly wound, when the world will think him to be dead. And that fake death event has not even taken place yet, but we know who he is. So, moving on to Daniel. And a stone was brought and laid upon the mouth of the den, and the king sealed it with his own signet and with the signet of his lords, that the purpose might not be changed concerning Daniel. Then the king went into his palace and passed the night fasting, neither were instruments of music brought before him, and his sleep went from him. So the king was very upset. He knew he was tricked into doing this. He fell for it. If you've been reading this whole story with us, hopefully you watched these playlists from the beginning. Then the king arose very early in the morning and went in haste unto the den of lions, obviously hoping Daniel had been delivered from the lions and that he's alive. And when he came to the den, he cried with a lamentable voice unto Daniel. The king spake and said unto Daniel, O Daniel, servant of the living God, is thy God whom thou servest continually able to deliver thee from the lions? And Daniel said, O king, live forever. So, of course, the king knew Daniel was alive. My God hath sent his angel and have shut the lions' mouths, that they have not hurt me, for as much as before him innocency was found in me, and also before thee, O king, have I done no hurt. Then was the king exceedingly glad for him, and commanded that they should take Daniel up out of the den. So Daniel was taken up out of the den, and no manner of hurt was found upon him, because he believed in his God. Wait till we get to the rest tomorrow. It's quite interesting. Love y'all very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.